So, the part that I want to focus on is on page 149 in chapter 17 at the top of the first big paragraph, and we touched on this in class, and I just kind of want to take a deeper look at it. And it says, "And if others' responses shifted, so did my own. The more I was treated as a woman, the more woman I became. I adapted willy-nilly. If I was assumed to be incompetent at reversing cars or opening bottles, oddly incompetent I found myself becoming." And this part of this passage really stood out to me because it seems so different than the tone and the ideas that have been presented throughout this book. She claims to, she hasn't wavered on her idea of self and what she believes that she really is. She says in the beginning that from 3 years old she knew that she was a woman. She knew that the body that she was born in wasn't the body that she was meant to be in. And so all throughout this book there are several examples of she's so strong in that feeling, like when she went to climb Everest, just talking about how she was an outsider and she knew she wasn't like these other men, and so sure of herself. And so then when I first read this passage, I went back and I had to read it a couple times because it seemed so contradictory to what she had been saying up until now. I mean, a huge chunk of this book has already been read through, and so then for her to all of a sudden say this, it caught me off guard. And I feel that it seemed so strange for all of the sudden how other people saw her to change how she saw herself, how she perceived herself. For people to automatically assume now as a woman that she was incompetent, then all of a sudden she thought, well, maybe I am. It's almost like this really struck me as the idea of learned helplessness. That idea of, well, everybody thinks I'm this or everybody thinks I'm that, so I guess I am. Why be anything else? And that was really odd to me, as a woman who seems to have such, strong opinion throughout this book. Like when the doctor said that he wouldn't do the surgery unless she was divorced from her wife, and for her to say, no, then that's it. I'm not doing something unless it's on my own terms. She has a very, very strong personality, it seems, is what I got from this book. And so, this idea of, well, if someone sees me this way, then that's what I am. I didn't really know how to take that. I guess this part really stood out to me because it's left me with a lot of questions that I'm not really sure how to answer. She, as the feminist that she seems to be, why would she go along with it? Like she said, I adapted so willy-nilly. Why would she just go along with that? Why would she become what other people perceive her to be? It was a very strange part to me.